You okay? What is up, guys? How's everyone? Yeah, yeah, what's how is everybody doing today, Buick? What's up, guys? How is everyone doing? Yeah, good morning. Good morning. Good morning. What's Yo, what's up, guys? How is everybody doing? I want to say waiting right now. I don't. Down. What's up, guys? What's up? Yeah, guys, give me 1 minute, guys. Yeah, yeah, I did send a bunch of links out. What's let me message the sister-in-law. I'm live, by the way. Yeah, everyone. Everyone, every day. Um, yeah, I hope everyone is staying safe today. Yeah, good morning, guys. Uh, Yeah. But what's up, guys? Yeah, what's up? Jesus, every few days. If you can do me a review. Okay. Review mine. Okay. Okay. I am. Oh, ladies and gentlemen. Wait a minute. Hold on. Hey, Krishan.
Hey,
Hello?
what's up, Jake? Can you hear me?
Your logo's not showing.
Yeah, my computer is like bugging out right now, and then it like signed me out of all of my
Hey,
my normal sites.
hey,
Now
ladies
I've
and gentlemen,
now I'm
from the
freezing.
Misfit Nation, the world's. Dang it. Americans. Damn it.
You're getting there. You're getting there.
Americans' most dangerous podcast.
There you go. I like it, Jake. You're getting close, man.
But,
How are you, my
so,
How are you, my
so,
brother? I haven't talked to you in a few days. You all right?
what did you think about, Not a Champions?
Ugh. It was a chore to watch that fucking thing. I'll be honest.
Number
Um,
one,
I
WWE. Do you know that WWE wrestlers don't even get bonus for it that's already in their contracts for the Saudi
really.
shows?
Well, all that I kind of don't give a fuck about. I'm more about the entertainment. The wrestlers can work out their deals. We don't. I don't think the fans are gonna negotiate their
This is
contracts.
Cena's last year. This is Cena's last year
Yeah,
wrestling.
yeah. I mean, honestly, CM Punk was his best feud so far,
Yeah, but
but you know, CM
Cena's
Punk.
never. Cena, in my eyes, has not wrestled since 2015. Has wrestled a good match.
Yeah, I mean, he's just playing the hits right now. It is what it is. It's like a greatest hits tour for a
So
band.
here's what they should have do. But I know that Brian Danielson, Daniel Bryan, was his best competitor ever.
I don't know about that. I'd say CM Punk was always his greatest feud.
Yeah.
I, get,
Um.
I do agree. Daniel Bryan was one of his best matches, but I mean, he
Yeah.
only had a few matches with um, Cena at the top. So
Yeah.
I'd
And
say, I mean, here's the thing: CM Punk has always brought out the best in John Cena. So you know, it's just something with those two. They have that chemistry. I think they have that chemistry more than Randy Orton and Cena did throughout the entire careers.
so let me tell you something. I'm at 2,800 subscribers,
I saw that, man.
and guess what? I am about 100. About 100 away, 100 something away. I'm almost 200 away from 3K.
Yeah, yeah. That's how math works.
And can we do it before my birthday? Can we hit it before my birthday?
When's your birthday?
July 28th.
I think we can.
Yeah.
What have you been getting like on your daily subscribers?
Daily, hit or miss.
Where are you getting all your subscribers from? Is it just other channels or is it
Yeah,
YouTube?
I'm membered over at Gina Bobina. How you doing, sweetheart? Gina, I got a question for you.
Big tits.
Because people, so Gina Bobina is a good friend of mine who's been on my show before. David Dabler. Gina, people are saying that you're pregnant. Is that true?
Jesus, Jake.
Sorry, because people are saying that she is. I just wanted to get it.
Are they saying that she is, or she just looks pregnant?
No, she. People were saying she is.
Oh,
Sorry for asking that question, Gina. Love you, sweetheart.
I'm just saying, well, if they're saying it on the internet already, then you're not exposing anything. So how you been, Jake? What's
He
new?
says, no, no, I'm not pregnant. They're just trolling.
All right. Well, hey to Gina Bobina.
Yeah, by the way, Gina, we're at 2,800 subs, sweetheart.
Woo!
Whoa! Damn it.
Ow!
By the way, 4th of July is in a couple days.
Yeah.
Gotta get those earplugs.
Oh, yeah? You don't like the fireworks?
Yeah. All right, but I'm drinking right now. I'm drinking sweet tea right now. I've been using my new cup lately.
Oh, yeah? I'm a big fan of sweet tea, too.
Oh, by the way, on Suno now, you can put your social links on Suno.
Oh, yeah.
So I did that so people could see where I see my content.
Awesome.
By the way, right now, Suno is blowing up.
Is it really? Yeah, everybody's using it now.
Yeah. I am. Someone's here.
Who's here?
Someone's not here. It's got a message.
Oh.
Mine.
Yeah, let's get more people in the party, huh?
Come on.
You okay over there?
Oh, it's just it's just Felicia Gillespie telling. It's just Felicia.
Felicia.
Bye,
Felicia.
Dixon, hey, so I gotta send you and Skrill something.
Oh.
Let me just say that I was trolling Opie today.
Good, he deserves it.
Hey, what's up? That's nice that's Dan over at Nice Podcast. Stupid.
He said send him the link.
I got it. I thought you were taking a break, Dan.
We'll send him the link. We'll ask him. We'll see if he's By the way, speaking of podcasts, I'm going to be going live tonight. And speaking of Skrill Kill, I will be going live with Skrill Kill.
Yeah.
On Rumble, the Misfit Nation at the Misfit Nation on Rumble.
You don't do Thursdays anymore?
Just because of my work schedule, I've only been able to. Sorry, hold on. I've only been able to do it earlier in the week. Give me 1 second, Jake. I have a phone call I have to take.
All right. Trying to find nice part. Trying to find. Here we go. All right. What's up? I only go. Uh-oh. Is this the real Dan? Is this the real one? Is this the real one? Hold on. Oh, we don't. He's not here.
All right, I'm back, Jake.
All right.
Yeah. So by the way, that was Skrill Kill. We'll be starting our show at 7 tonight.
Skrill Kill's watching.
No, he just called me.
Yeah.
So what were you saying? I'm sorry, I cut you off.
Sorry, I was trying to see if that was the real Dan in the chat.
Oh, you think it's an imposter?
It's the real one.
It's the real Dan.
Huh. Yeah. Oh, it's the real one. Hold on. No, I don't want to ban you. No.
Oh, you banned him?
No. I hit the.
There he
Hello,
is.
Dan. Hello, Dan.
Hey guys,
Hey, Dan.
happy
Hey, what's
July
up?
1st, everybody. How we doing?
Is this the real Dan?
It is Jake in the flesh.
What's up, brother? Ladies and gentlemen from Nice Podcast Stupid, you can find him on Twitter at Nice Name Stupid. Dan.
Jake, you always do the best promos. Thank you, brother. Appreciate it.
Hey,
Oh, now I get the inflection. It's nice podcast, stupid. Like that.
Exactly.
Gotcha,
There you
gotcha.
go. There's a comma in there.
yeah. So let's number one. Ski Mask died. Hello.
Yeah, that was like a week ago or two, right?
R.I.P. Ski Mask. Gone but not forgotten, right, Jake?
Yeah. But what's up, guys? What's up? How so? You said that you're not doing shows in July. You're going to be doing shows in August.
Yeah, I like to, so, and, and by the way, is it Lance? What was the name? What was your name? Or Krishan?
Oh,
Chris
Krishan,
Sean,
yes.
yeah.
Okay, so I never met. I just wanted to say hi. Hey, Krishan, good to meet you.
Good to meet you too,
Um,
Dan.
So yeah, Jake. So yeah, what I like to do, and once again, I just have a very humble, just fun hang of a show, nothing too serious.
Yeah.
I like to take a month off every summer, and usually another month off sometimes around the holidays, and just take a break and recharge the batteries. I think it's very easy to get caught up
Yeah.
in trying to be an online internet show and personality, and summertime things slow down, and it's good to spend time with family and travel and stuff. So yeah,
Yeah.
but I'll bounce in on, jump in on a show here or there. And obviously I saw
Yeah.
you live, and I've been meaning to come on for a while. I feel bad. A lot of times you send me the link and I'm working, but I have today off and thought I'd come on and say hi and see how you're doing.
What do you think about Dev doing the show?
Um, Fully supported, and I'm trying to help her do it. So Deb continues to. So Deb's my co-host. For those that don't know, Deb is awesome, and she's kind of trying to mentor her a little bit and help her kind of start her own show. So we kind of like have our own little universe, right? Where we have a
Yeah.
show together, and then
Yeah.
she's doing kind of her independent show, and so kind of a different vibe for that. And then I'm going to do solo shows too. But it's kind of like when you got like a super group, and think of like a rock band or whatever, and sometimes they have like solo projects, and that's kind of what it's like. And there's plenty of
Yeah.
shows to go around, different vibes, and like she's been doing a Sunday show where she invites a lot of people on, and I saw you were on, which was awesome, and
Yeah.
that show's more of a hang. And I know Husey was kind of busting your chops a little bit, but
Yeah.
um,
So here's the thing. So here's the thing. The reason why I first when I came in there, he goes on to other people's shows and does that where he goes in as other people and does the FU and stuff.
yes,
But I actually because Husey works for Conan and Glenn Gilberti or Disco Inferno works for their
yes,
show.
yep.
I wanted to ask him what his opinion was on the AAA deal since Conan is half owner of AAA Lucha Libre.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yep.
I wasn't trying to be funny. I wasn't trying to be this. When I go on your show, I try to be like I know that your show and Misfit Nation is. By the way, Nice Podcast Stupid is a great podcast, but the greatest podcast is
Ca-
the Misfit Nation.
Dan, I wanted to ask you because I love podcasts that have like sort of ambiguous names. Like mine is kind of like that too, where you can't tell exactly what the show is about. So I wanted to ask
Yes.
you that. What is your show about? Like, what do you guys cover?
So that's a great question. So yeah, it is purposely ambiguous. The name is a little bit of a riff off of an old Jim Norton joke that he used to tell on the show. Is anytime someone would say something and be really serious about it, he'd say nice, whatever,
Yeah,
stupid, like
it,
nice hat, stupid, or something like people,
it actually
have a funny hat or whatever. So it's kind of like a play off on that a little bit.
it actually comes from I think he got that from Colin Quinn because Colin Quinn
Yes.
used to always say, "Hey, stupid."
Correct. Exactly.
Yeah.
Yes. So it's like Colin Quinn via Jim Norton, and we sort of it's kind of it's derivative of that Colin Quinn, go to thing. So,
Dan,
yeah.
Dan,
Wait, sorry. Wait. He didn't say what he actually like talks
sorry,
about and stuff.
sorry. Go
So
ahead.
yeah, sorry, Jake. So yeah, really the show to just and I'll try to summarize it really quick. It's really kind of an evolution of a show. So it's really like a talk show. I have a co-host. We usually will have like a special guest every week. Sometimes a Dabbleverse person, sometimes a comedian, sometimes just an internet personality person, someone who's
Tom
interesting.
Myers. You had
Tom Myers has
on.
been on. We've had Ashley Cummings. We've had Michael Ray Bauer from Salute Your Shorts was on a
You had Jake
couple of weeks ago.
Hudson. You had Jake
We had Jake Hudson. We've had a lot of Hugh Husey. We've had a lot of different people, and we kind of rotate around. And I've got some other new guests that are coming in August. But really, it's kind of like a talk show, but it's meant to be sort of kind of controlled chaos. Is how I'd like to do it. It's sort of half
Dan,
talk show, half fun little YouTube stream.
Nice.
Dan, I
Yeah,
just
that's
want to
kind of
let
how
you
my
know,
show is too.
Dan,
Just
I just want
whatever.
to let you know that Krishan is actually a fan of Carl Hamburger.
That doesn't make him a bad person.
I wouldn't say
No,
the word fan is very strong, Jake.
He
It's a strong
watches
word.
Carl. He watches Carl.
I like Carl. I have no problem with Carl.
I almost watch it. No, I don't hate Carl. I just think it's funny that he like makes fun of people for not being funny, and he's not funny himself.
Yeah,
But
exactly.
yeah, but his show, I like his concept of his show. It's basically Jocktober.
You tweeted something about a guy by the name of Patrick.
You talk about me?
Yeah, you tweeted something about you gave him $1 for his court case.
Well, that's a whole rabbit hole you could go down, Jake, if you wanted to. But long story short, this is not Patrick Melton. This is a different Patrick. This gentleman's name's Patrick Tomlinson, and he actually has a whole Kiwi Farms page if you ever on Kiwi Farms. But I go back many years with this gentleman, and we've had a lot of online spats, and he's had a lot of issues with the law. And he it recently came to our attention that he got a citation for disorderly conduct, and he owes $195 to the city of Milwaukee. So I paid $1 on his behalf, and that's what I was tweeting about. So just it's sort of like a little, kind of a funny little way to troll someone that's an enemy of yours. Pay like $1 of their citation, so he knows that I'm watching and knows that he has it. So yeah, just a little funny kind of humor there. That's all.
Nice little fuck you, basically.
Yeah, exactly.
By the way, anybody that does want to support Misfit Nation or MPS, they are good people. MPS, I actually have my DWO beanie on my bed instead.
Awesome. Yeah, we're gonna make some new merch. Less. Well, maybe another DWO thing, but more probably just nice podcast stupid. Some flex fit hats and T-shirts and stuff. And once again, the merch I make, I don't sell it. I just make it and then just give it away to people. So next run, Jake, definitely has your name on it. Next time we make some new stuff.
Yeah.
Cool.
And I just want to say that, Dan. And by the way, Dan, I did not. Here's the thing. When it came to the Krabby Patty meal,
I knew you were going to bring that up. Jake, don't worry about it, dude.
here's the thing.
Wait, what happened?
I sent him. What did I send you? $20 to try the Krabby Patty whatever thing.
And what he just
is that what happened?
He spent it on OnlyFans. Okay.
Yeah, he went out and got some porn with it or something.
No, actually, so what I did is I sent money to get it to my niece to get it, and she said that they didn't sell it here. Waiting for that, but we tried to get somebody. But
what? You'd think the one place they'd sell that would be Mississippi.
Yeah, seriously.
They don't need to sell it at our Wendy's here. We have.
Next thing you're gonna say they don't have Popeyes down there, Jake. Like, what's going on?
We have Popeyes, but I love.
Oh,
Popeyes.
I know you do. You better have Popeyes. It's popular down there, I would think.
So I want to ask this question.
It's also dangerous.
By the way, here's the thing. How much? So I heard that people are paying Ashley Cummins $200 to have her on the show.
Ugh.
So yeah, I'll give you a little bit of scoop on that. So Ashley Cummins is, I guess I'd call her a friend. Like we could.
Before. Ashley's been on our show. Sean's met her before.
Yeah, she's a friend of your show, friend of my show. She definitely charges. Like she's in it for the money.
But here's the thing. I'm not gonna have her back on because I really, number one, don't have the money to pay it right now because right now I was having to. She was charging.
Can I tell you, Jake? Can I tell you a little secret? And see, this is why I like to come on your show because I like to tell you exclusives because I like to break exclusive news when I come on the Jake Hudson Show. Things that you can't hear anywhere else. How's that sound?
Okay, go ahead.
And before you say that, Dan, I want a full disclosure here. I had a really bad interaction with Ashley, so I'm not the biggest fan. But
okay, you did. What happened?
Well, she came on the show, on Jake's show I was on, and she was like trying to say that people were like doing illegal things to her and harassing her online and doing all this stuff. So I was like, okay,
no, because here's the thing. That's a misconception because there's a guy in the Discord, in Patrick Melton's Discord named Misfit. She thought Krishan was Misfit. Because he's
well, long story short, we had a bad interaction, and then I basically called her out on she's like, oh, they were doing these illegal things, and the cops should get involved. And I'm like, okay, what are the illegal things?
The only illegal thing.
No. This is the debate we were having, Jake.
No, the only illegal thing you have ever did is have by the way, the only thing you did illegal was not platforming yourself. I know.
Oh, thank you, Jake. Thank you. I thought you were about to just start exposing my illegal activities.
Actually, no. He works security. He works security in South Florida.
Yeah. Well, long story short, I don't want to take up too much time on the Ashley thing, but basically, I was like, "Well, what are the illegal things they're doing to you?" And her answers were they were making fun of her and saying she's ugly. And I'm like, you can't say that's illegal. And she got really offended by that.
Man.
And then we ended up kind of, mending the fences later. Jake kicked me off of his stream and then I came back. But yeah, that's basically how it happened.
By the way, I just want to,
weird.
Dan, let me tell you something. If people are saying I talk about Wendy, I banned my best friend Chris Peeps for a week because he talked about Wendy on the show. I didn't want to talk about it.
Yeah, I don't know anything about the Wendy stuff. So, but hey, Jake, you're a good guy. I trust you. I have no issues with you at all. But what I was going to say about.
Yeah, go ahead. What was the exclusive thing you were going to say?
Yeah. So what I was going to say about so with Ashley and I'm not surprised with that story. She's a little bit of a. How do I say this nicely? She's like a salt and vinegar chip. She takes a little getting used to. She's can be a little bitter and difficult to deal with sometimes. But so I had connected with her a while back through Chow and some other things, and she was going to come on my show, and she was also doing Kevin Brennan at the same time, and then she had the Mr. Kill date and all this stuff and she became kind of like sort of blew up in terms of notoriety. So I told her that I would pay her to come on my show, and she's like, "Well, how much?" And at first I said $50, and she's like, but I said, "But if you do 2 hours with me, I'll pay you more than that." And she's like, "Well, how much would that be?" And I said, "Well, I usually don't pay anyone." And now I'll tell you why I was doing this, because I don't usually pay people anyway. But there was a method to my madness. So I said, "Well, I'll pay you like $100 or whatever." Well, I ended up paying her $150 because she did a good job or whatever. But I did it with the express thing of basically trying to price her out from going on some other shows because she was talking about going on all the other shows. I said, don't go before you go on there. Come on my show. Kind of do this like exclusive thing. And then I knew that it would make it harder for her to go on other shows. And also to stick it to Kevin Brennan because I said, before you go back on Kevin Brennan, tell him I paid you $150 so that Kevin Brennan pays you $150 every time you go on his show. And I knew that would make him mad.
Kevin owes me money. So.
Oh, I see.
He owes everybody money.
You were
So I
purposely
was trying to
setting
stick
a
it to Kevin
precedent.
Brennan. Yes, I was trying to set a precedent to stick it to Kevin.
You were gassing her head up purposely to get
exactly. Yes, that's exactly what I was doing. So I way overpaid, and I would never really do it again. But I did it with the express thing of like pumping her tires, gassing her up, so that she'd be begging, or she'd be basically saying, "I'm not going on your show for less than $150," and it worked. Now she's like going around, every time she goes on the show, I'm getting paid, and it's hilarious to see. And that was partly because of what I did.
By the way,
you created the monster.
I created the Ashley monster. Yes.
By the way,
that is genius. Jesus Christ.
People were saying that. So here's the thing. People were saying that you were paying her to do other shows. To do.
Well, I did pay her to go on Karmic as well, which was pretty funny. I paid her to go on one other show. That was the only other one.
Yeah. But so.
And I told her I'm not paying her anymore, but she's like, "Oh, I'll still do your show," and I'm like, "Oh, cool," because she kind of owes me a few.
That's hilarious.
Hey, Dan, I just want to also say that I do appreciate that people are, I hope that you're not mad at me for anything that I've ever done because, and by the way, I'm right. Hold on.
Jake, I could never be mad at you, brother. I would never be mad at you.
I wish other people would apologize the way Jake does.
I know, Jake.
The world would be such a much better place.
When's the last time Chad Zumach or Kevin Brennan or somebody apologized for anything? Those guys never apologize or take responsibility for anything that they've said or done. But Jake, you always own it, man, and I respect you for that.
Jake even takes responsibility for things he didn't do, which is
yes. Jake, did you start 9/11? Were you want to take responsibility for that?
I apologize for October 7th.
I'm sorry for the 3,000 people in New York City. I'm kidding, of course, Jake. You're on mute, by the way, Jake, if you're talking.
Jake,
I don't know if you know that or not.
I think he stepped away for a second. That's amazing trolling, though, Dan. That you put money into that troll. It's great.
I always like to have little, like, sort of kind of behind the scenes little bits and try to gas people up and manipulate them a little bit. And like that Karmic guy, I don't know if you followed him at all, but I've sort of tried to gas him up a little bit with like super chats. That's one thing. And I don't know how well you know me, but I'm my MO, or what I'm notorious for doing, is sending $2 super chats that basically lead to like complete like drama and blow ups and stuff. And I get more return on investment on my $2 super chats than probably anybody does. So that's kind of my MO on things. And so I use just small denominations of money to manipulate drama. That's kind of my MO.
Yeah, and then when you have to go in big, you do. That's great.
Yeah, when you gotta go in big on like an Ashley, like a bigger bit, then you throw a few more bucks at it, and the next thing you know, she's going on every show, bragging about how much she's making, and it's hilarious.
Yeah, she's telling me. By the way, she told me that the only show she was allowed to do for that week was mine.
She joked with me. She said, "Dan, you're like my pimp now because you're getting me like paid on all these things." And I was like, "Yeah, I kind of am like that. I'm kind of like your manager now,
Yeah.
You're like negotiating deals.
You're like the manager of NWA.
Yes, exactly.
Like kind of.
Yeah. So
it's like Jimmy Iovine.
So what do you guys? So I want to ask this question: is what do you think about people who do this business? People think that they're getting big stuff. By the way. What do you think about Adam Bush, and would you get Adam Bush on your show?
Is that a question for me, Jake?
Yes.
Well, to your first point, what do I think about people in general, the business of doing shows? Is that your question?
Yes.
Okay, I actually have I don't know if this is a hot take, but I do have a perspective on this, and I think it applies to a lot of stuff that I've seen lately. Is I think anyone that does something like this, whether it's you, Jake, whether it's you, Krishan, whether it's me, whether it's Chad Zumach, pretty much anybody not named Kevin Brennan, and maybe a few other people that make a lot of money off it, you really should look at this as a hobby. You shouldn't look at this as like, hey, I can quit my job and I should cash in my 401k and now I'm Nice Podcast Stupid Inc. and I'm gonna make $1 million. It's not that easy. It seems like you could do that and if you're entertaining enough, you could possibly do that, but it's so much better and you can have so much more fun doing it if it's not the pressure of like I got to make money or I got to get the super chats or I got to get the memberships or I got to do 10 shows a week and I got to do it this and this. Treat it like a hobby, treat it like a side gig, have fun,
Yeah.
and then you can have fun with it.
Yeah,
Sorry?
you're right. You're absolutely right. I got to tell you though, Dan, because I did the same thing. I got like really serious with my podcast, and I'm like, oh, this is gonna take me there, and this and that. And then when I finally was like, you know what, this is just the thing I'm doing for fun. Like I'm gonna do it once a week. I'm not gonna like how you said earlier. Sometimes I take a month off. Like I'm not missing anything, and
Yep.
you have way more fun just like goofing on shit than like really getting into the weeds on everything. Sometimes I like getting into the weeds, but sometimes it's not that serious.
Yeah, I have the same mentality as well. It's like sometimes I'll get intense, and and my personality. I don't know if it's adult ADHD or whatever, or whatever it is, but I'll get very intense and very into the weeds on things. And sometimes you just gotta like, all right, I spent way too much time. Like my wife, I'm married. My wife will say like, Dan, you're spending way too much effing time on this podcast. Like, or you're watching too many shows. And then I'm saying, okay, now I know it's time. I got to take a break. Okay, walk away from it. And like you said, the world doesn't end if I disappear for 2 weeks. Like the world goes on, and then you come back, you refresh. The other thing too that people don't realize is people want to miss you. Like people want to be like, oh, where was Krishan for the last month, or where was Dan? And then you come back and you're like, dude, fucking Dan's back, and he's like all recharged and he's got a whole new perspective on things, and it builds excitement and like people don't realize that scarcity can be a very powerful tool to make people care about you. People want you to go away for a little bit so they can miss you, and then when you come back, then they get excited. So that's another kind of thing of an advantage of like stepping away for a little bit.
You're so right. It's a psychological thing. Like I do a show once a week and I have people that go, oh, I want you to do more. And I'm like, I'd rather them want me to do more than to be like, you're doing too much.
Yes. So perfect. And that's the same with me. That's why, and I said to my co-host, I'm like, we'll do one show a week. Anything more than that, and then it becomes like, and it's like, oh man, then you want to like, oh, it becomes more effort, and then also you just like you oversaturate yourself. Like I'm not so interesting that people need to hear me talk every day. Now maybe someday, if I do it enough and people, wow, you got 1,000 people watching, and dude, we want you to do a show every night. Maybe that would change things, but. If I have a modest audience, maybe 50 people or more show up, and they show up every week, and they know when I'm going to come on, that's pretty good, and that's a good way not to burn out your audience, because people, it's time too. People don't want to commit a ton of time to just hearing you bullshit. So you got to be respectful of people's time as well too.
Yeah, absolutely. You can't take advantage of your audience. That's why I always try to make things entertaining. Entertainment is my goal. It's not like necessarily informing people and stuff like that. That's great. That's a plus, but entertainment is the purpose of this. Go ahead, Jake. You've been chomping at the bit.
I know, Jake. I talk way too much. I'm sorry, brother.
You got two power talkers on the show.
That's
what happens when you get like two guys that are host their own show. They always want to steal the mic and talk over you.
This is like Bob Ryan. This is Bob Ryan and Woody Page. I'm the Tony Reali.
You're the Jay Mariotti of the panel.
I was gonna say I was more. By the way, I am friends with Tony Reali. I'm trying to get Tony Reali on my show.
Cool. He's a good guy.
And Jake,
he's got more free time.
You're still better than Opie.
Oh! I gotta show.
Didn't you get into it with him?
Hey, Dan.
Yeah, I heard you
Guys,
had a little beef with Opie, Jake. Is that true?
dude. Hey, Krishan, are you at your computer?
Yes, I am. I'm actually on my computer.
Can you go to Twitter?
Yeah.
I want to show you
What'd you
this.
do? What'd you do now, Jake? What did you do?
Should I just
No,
go to your page?
no, I'm sending it to your DMs right now
Awesome.
because
Awesome.
it's. So here's the thing. I go on. So Ron the Waiter was on today,
Okay.
and here's what I said to. I put this in the chat. It says, "Good morning, Ron. Why don't you try to be a real waiter and stop being an actor? You're not a good actor, Ron. You need to stick to being a waiter. A lot of people that watch Who Are These Podcasts think the same thing I'm thinking. I'm not trying to rag on you, Opie, but Ron is like. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah. I'm
Yeah,
listening.
we're listening.
I'm not trying to rag on you, Opie, but Ron looks like an older Anthony. Are you trying to bring back Opie and Anthony won't let you? You mean Ron the actor who you pay to be your friend? No, you suck, Opie.
Ooh, wow. Low
No,
blow, Jake.
No, you suck, Opie. You weren't relevant since you lost your show with Anthony. You don't got fans, Opie. You got people that hate watch you. Opie, you need to leave. Twitch is no good for you. You make no money over here. You need to leave.
Jeez.
Wow,
Really,
you did not hold back, Jake. You hit him with the blowtorch on that one.
I think he may be rethinking his entire career here.
Yep. By the way, I just want to say,
I put it on the screen if you want to pop it up.
all right.
And then I too, I have a tweet that I went back and forth with Opie. If you guys are
There
interested.
you go. Thank
He
you.
does look like Anthony, doesn't
Wait a
he?
minute.
He does.
He looks like. By the way, we can see your thing with Jesse Lee Peterson.
Wait, what happened?
Your messages is showing.
Oh, really? Oh, shoot. Wait, you could actually see it?
You can see it. It's in.
Oh, just in the background.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you're a
that's
Microsoft
fine.
Edge nigga, Krishan. You
Yeah.
nice.
Microsoft Edge,
Everybody uses.
That's hilarious.
Yeah. But by the way, I didn't. So no one gets my around the horn thing. I brought up Tony Reale, and you brought up Jay Mariotti.
Jay Mariotti hasn't been on in a very long time, I know, but that was a little bit of old school reference.
So who was the person that Tony was fighting with from the Chicago? He was fighting with somebody in Chicago. He was like he wanted to apologize. Hold on.
What happened?
By the way,
Somebody that's on his show, or somebody not on the show.
Hold on.
Tony Reale is like the most agreeable guy in the world. So if you're beefing with Tony Reale, you probably gotta take a break.
By the way,
he's almost too nice.
By the way, his name. By the way, he was the stat boy over on.
Yep, on Pardon the Interruption. That's how he started. Do you know who the original host of Around the Horn was, Jake?
Jay.
No. He's known for boxing.
Known for boxing. I think
Max Kellerman. Max Kellerman.
That's right. Because Jay Moriarty and Tony didn't have a good relationship. He wanted to apologize about what happened.
Yeah, I was gonna say I think you were talking about Jay Mariotti because Jay Mariotti's from Chicago, and Jerry Mariotti hasn't been on the show in like 10 years, and I think he had a falling out with them.
Oh, by the way, Bill Pulaski has got dementia.
Yeah, that's sad. That's sad. It's an awful disease.
So went over to. So was he the one that went over to the First Take with Stephen P. Smith? Or did it say that incorrect?
Stephen A. Smith,
Stephen A. Smith, my bad.
who went over with there? Max. Oh yeah, Max
Max
Kellerman. Yeah. Max Kellerman originally was on with Stephen A. Smith. I don't know if it was for what they called it, if it was First Take then or whatever they called it, but he eventually left. And then I don't know, and he kind of is bouncing around with a few different things, but he's back on something. I think he's doing boxing again, if I'm not mistaken.
Who is Tony Kornheiser?
Tony Kornheiser is on Pardon the Interruption with Michael Wilbon.
Yeah.
And so Stat Boy was Tony Reale. So when the show first started, and this is back what is this, like 25 years ago, or it was like right when I was like
23 years.
23.
He's been they said it started in 2002 with Max Kellerman.
So 9/11 and then Pardon the Interruption.
Yeah.
Yeah, Tony Reale was Stat Boy with Michael Wilbon and Tony Kornheiser, and Max Kellerman was for Around the Horn, and they had the original Around the Horn. I'm dating myself. I remember I used to watch this every day. There was Jay Mariotti, Bill Plaschke, Tim Kalishaw. There was a T.J. Simers, Bob Ryan was on it. They had
Woody
a lot
Page,
of like they had all these like Woody Page, yes, Woody Page. They had all these like crotchety old like sports writers. It really started off as like more like old school sports writers giving their takes on stuff, and then over the years it became more like, I hate to say, like DEI, younger, more liberal kind of, a lot more diversity, let's say, on the panel.
So here I saw the April Fool's episode in 2004 where they had Woody Page hosting, and it was TC Tim
Kalishaw,
Jay Mariotti, and Bill Plaschke. And Tony,
yep, that was a class. That was a classic lineup.
It was Tony, and Tony was tied up.
Tony was tied up. Oh, that crazy Around the Horn with their April Fool's pranks.
Yeah, but and also I remember
wacky stuff.
I remember watching Bermani Jones and Dan
Lebitard, yeah,
did a show called Highly Questionable. It was
with his dad, right? With the Cuban father.
Yeah. And it was I think it was PTI. I think and then they came on before or after PTI and ATH went off the air for the day. And then it was I watched it because it was.
Do you remember Sports Nation, Jake? Do you remember that when they used to and they bring up the map of the country? Let's see what they're saying in this part of the country, and it would they would light up the globe, and it would be like, now let's do a poll of where people think this thing, and that was, I think, Michelle Beadle was on that. Remember her?
I don't remember a lot of that stuff. Sorry.
Okay. No problem. I didn't know how far back you went with some of this crazy ESPN shows. I used to be 20 years ago. I watched all of that stuff. Now I don't watch any of it.
I remember watching a certain show called Stump the Schmuck or something.
Stump the Schwab, yes. Howie Schwab.
And Stuart Scott.
Yes, Stuart Scott was the host.
R.I.P. Stewart.
That guy was like a nerd who worked in their like back office, who was like their statistician, and that guy knew like any like sports trivia question. Funny enough, if you look it up, they laid him off like, I don't know, 5 or 10 years ago, and everybody at ESPN was bullshit that they like. He was just like not even paid that much. He was like just like a regular dude that worked in the office, but he knew like all the stats, and they just laid him off in one of their big layoffs. I mean, they laid off a lot of people at ESPN because they pay people too much. But yeah, that was a great show. That's a good callback, Jake.
By the way, I remember when Stuart Scott got his ESPY in 2014. He said, when you died, cancer didn't beat you. You beat cancer for how you fought. And then also I want to say that the person that I'm more happy. I know it was hard for, but it was hard on Hannah Storm because she was the one that had to go on air and tell the on that January Sunday day that Stuart Scott died.
Jake, you should do an episode on the history of ESPN. Like you have like an encyclopedic knowledge of all this.
I've been watching ESPN. I've been jumping in the rabbit hole of ESPN, but all the channels ESPN's had.
Do you remember when they used to have billiards all the time?
Billiards and also you remember they had wrestling.
Oh yeah, they had wrestling for a while too.
Yeah, ESPN Classic. Now it's ESPN SEC. SEC stands for, ready for this? Southeastern Conference.
Very good. Yep. How many schools in the Southeastern Conference can you name?
Alabama, Mississippi State.
I was gonna say this is down your neck of the woods. You should know the SEC.
Yeah.
You're an SEC country.
Yeah, like Cumbia country.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So you said Mississippi, Alabama. What else? Name some other ones.
Ole Miss, Mississippi State, Alabama, Auburn, Texas. No, not Texas.
They were in the SEC for a while, I think.
Florida.
Yep.
Georgia.
Very good. Texas A&M, right?
Texas A. I was going to say Texas A. Louisiana, LSU. Did we say LSU? Louisiana State University. Uh-oh. Hello?
You guys still on?
Hello? Hello?
Hey. Sorry, I had to step away for a second. Are you still on or?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's still live. Where'd Dan go?
I don't know.
Oh, he jumped off?
I don't know. He might have. Damn it.
Well, I subscribed to Dan's channel.
Thank you.
I like the guy. He was pretty cool.
Yeah, he might have. Yeah. But hey, that was actually a good show.
Yeah. I like meeting your friends, Jake. Very interesting.
Sorry, he said sorry. Got a phone call.
Oh, okay. He's probably on his phone.
Yeah. Hold on. I just want to let I'm gonna let Tony Reale know that me and my guest talked about him. I have a line to Tony Reale.
Oh, you know him?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
I know. I've been trying to get him on my show.
Why is it not? He's charging? Is it
What?
Ashley Cummings? She's charging Ashley Cummings money?
No, he's busy. He's a busy person. He's
relatively famous, right?
Yeah, he was the host. Yeah, I'm gonna send him a link and let him know that.
Let him know we're on right now.
So actually,
hey Jake, did you ever have that author on?
Doing that on the 10th.
On what?
10th.
Oh, the 10th. Okay. Because I didn't hear you promote it much lately, so I didn't know if it got canceled or something.
No.
Okay, it's still on. What's her name again?
Chrissy Mickelson. She's a author. She's also a podcaster that does a show about autism and stuff.
Yes, yes. What do you plan on talking to her about?
I don't know.
Oh, you're just gonna wing it.
It's just gonna be one of those things where it's gonna be like a shoot.
Is it a work or a shoot?
Yeah.
It's a shoot.
Do you hey so do you know that every time that I've done interviews, it's usually so what I want would like for this interview to be is I would love to have like I don't want people. I'm thinking about doing it on somewhere that I'm thinking about trying to get up. I'm gonna try to get the money to pay the $45 for the month.
For what?
Streamyard
StreamYard?
because to me it's I need the StreamYard so if we do a show, I don't have to like I want to clip it
So
or
you need to pay for this month.
yeah
You know what, Jake? Because it's your birthday month, right?
yeah.
I'm gonna pay for your StreamYard this month.
All right. There's the
I got you.
the Venmo and Cash App is right there. Or you want me to send you the Venmo and Cash App?
Yeah, I got you. Send it to my Twitter.
X
Or
X.
X.
All
Yeah.
right. I'll send it to you right now.
That way you don't have to worry about it this month. You'll be
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. The
And then
Cash
you can
App is the first
never say
one.
I didn't do
Venmo.
anything for you.
You do a lot. And thank you so much. I think it's $45, but I don't.
All right, I'll just send you 50.
All right.
And then
Thank
you could
you.
spend the 5 on an OnlyFans whore.
No, I won't.
I don't even know if I fucking have Venmo. I have Cash App. Where'd you go?
Had to pee.
Oh. Oh my god. Jake is hilarious.
Are you sending it? Are you sending it?
Isn't Jake the best? Yeah, I gotta figure out how I'm gonna send it to you.
Cash App?
I got Cash App.
Yeah.
I don't even know if I have any money in it though. I have to send myself money.
Yeah. Hey, by the way, I just want to tell you that and if yeah, I could do more stuff if I have the paid one because I'm I'm going to get the paid one for the month and I'll just say if someone says who did it for you, I'm gonna say shout out to the Misfit Nation on Rumble.
There you go. Hold on.
All right. I'm gonna.
Okay, I just have to update my cash. I'm gonna send it to you, Jake. I got you though. Don't worry.
All right.
You'll have your StreamYard, and that's actually a birthday present and a thank you for always
Yeah.
having me on your show. For introducing me to all these really cool people.
Are
Some
you
people
doing
I
it?
don't get
Are
along
you
with.
updating it? Are you updating it?
Yes, I'm trying to thank you, Jake.
Thank you.
Jesus.
You gotta update your. You gotta do an update.
Yeah, because I haven't used Cash App in like years.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like a
By the way,
panhandle.
did you like the photo I put out?
The what?
The photo that I sent you.
I don't think I saw it. Hold on.
There's the photo. It was Opie and Ron Berman, Ron the waiter.
Oh yes, and he does look like he
Opie.
looks like a Timu Anthony.
Yeah. The guy needs to focus on his acting more than being friends with hey, and by the way, when you let me know hey, I just want to let people know that if I do stream if I get them if I do get if I do set it up, I will do you will know that it be you know that because I could use uh, I would have to I love doing it. I love streaming. Krishan.
Yeah, I know.
It's 45. I think it's 44 something with some change. And also, if
Exactly.
by the
All
way,
right, hold on. I gotta get.
all right,
I'm putting it together. Don't worry. I got you.
don't worry about it. I'm not worried because I know that you got it, and you'll. And the thing is, I would have to end the stream,
You're
and
gonna end. You're gonna end now.
because I would have to go and set it up.
Ah, I see. I see.
Yeah. So because I don't know if I could do it while I'm live.
Wait, hold on. I want to make sure you get it. So just give me a second.
Yeah.
Let me.
Yeah. By the way, I just want to say that I had fun doing your shows. I do have fun doing shows, but there's.
What is it?
But
Oh, sorry.
sorry, it's called Dollar
I
Sign.
got it. Don't worry. Oh,
Yeah,
go ahead. Say it so you can promote it.
Actually, it's Dollar Sign Ellis. It's just Dollar Sign Ellis John Hudson. People have. Hey, Krishan, I had a
Yeah.
former co-host dox my real name.
Isn't your real name out there already? Or
Yeah. I had somebody call here's the thing.
I found you.
Yeah, here you go. All right. I would know if so on so this is something that I do. So with the paid one, I could have my backgrounds. I could do more, and I won't have to So I won't have to worry about doing shows because, and also, by the way, I could put my audios on audio platforms,
Ah,
and also, sorry, hair. Yeah, I do want to say thank you so much. By the way, I want to say that Tony Reale is a good person.
yeah. You got to get him on the show, man.
I've been trying. Oh, all right. I'm all right. I did get it, and I will. Krishan, I
Oh, you got it.
yeah. All right.
Good.
All right. We'll talk to
I
you
always get
later.
nervous sending shit like that through. I always feel like it's not
What?
gonna work.
All right. Hey, but someone said JBX has got arrested. All right. I'll talk to you guys later.
What?
Hey,
All right,
Krishan,
Jake.
give me a few minutes, and I'll send you another link. If you're
Well,
not busy.
I actually have to run and go do a few things and get
All
ready
right,
for my
love you,
show tonight.
brother.
But tomorrow I'm off. I'll hit you up and we'll do something.
All right, love you, brother. Bye.
All right, much love, bro. Happy birthday.
All right.